Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are taking our very first look at the new epic secondary mod on the Bismarck B. You guys have asked for it. I'm going to deliver. I'm not going to do all of the German battleships with the secondary booster, obviously, just because, I mean, let's be honest, it's painful enough playing one German battleship with it. It's just, you know, if I'm going to play one, I want to play the best, which is the Ruprecht. So, at least until the Schlieffen comes out, in which case Schlieffen might actually take over that spot. But only time will tell. Anyway, for now, we're going to be in the Bismarck, we're going to be going, and I need to preface something right off the bat. You're going to see me do something in this match that is not conducive to winning the match. It is conducive to getting the game that I wanted to showcase for you guys, which is using the secondaries on this thing. So, keep that in mind. We are going to do things that I wouldn't normally do during the course of a match to guarantee a win. You know how I do. But unfortunately, sometimes the game that I'm looking for just doesn't want to show up unless I do a specific thing. And with this being a secondary mod, I wanted to make sure that I showcase the secondaries as best as I could. Now, we're on Land of Fire. We're going to push it. Chapayev immediately spotted, and he's going to be one of these freaking pop in and out of existence bull crap that I hate so much. Like, there's nothing more frustrating than a freaking popcorning in and out of existence freaking cruiser. Just about the time, see what I mean? Like, what happened to them saying they were going to fix that? Like, 2 years ago, that was supposed to be fixed. Like, they're not supposed to just pop in and out of existence immediately like this. This was supposed to be fixed like 2 years ago, and it's never been fixed, ever. Everybody still pops in and out of existence. Like, you can be spotted for half a second, then you get unspotted, spotted, unspotted, spotted, unspotted. It's so annoying. Either you spot them and they stay lit up for a couple of seconds, or you don't. Like, it's obnoxious. But, either way, he's going to get to hide behind the island, of course. Right as we get ready to shoot him again, he knocks out one of our guns. That's the perk of the Azure Lane Chapayev. It gets that increased chance of knocking out the modules of ships. That includes guns, torpedoes, AA, secondaries, so on and so forth. Now, with that being said, we are officially in range to get some shots on target. Now, look at what's approaching us. It's a Zeton, right? What is a Zeton? Zeton is a freaking German battle cruiser that has torpedoes at close range. It's not ideal. Zeton is also running his sonar right now. We will be using ours shortly to light him up. But our shores is about to die already. I don't know why people don't play a little bit smarter. Like, if you're bottom tier especially, like, you can't afford to make stupid mistakes. And him pushing up to where he did makes no sense whatsoever. And now he's broadside to the Richelieu, like, or the Zeton, sorry. So, like, I don't understand where he thought he was going to go there. Like, he ran straight to the edge of the map, couldn't dodge, and then it was broadside to literally both of their battleships on this side of the map. I don't understand that. Give yourself a chance. Use the fucking ocean if you have to. Sorry about my language, but use the ocean if you have to freaking zig and zag. Stay alive. Keep that freaking DPM alive, man. It doesn't do you any good if you're dead, right? So, unfortunately, Richelieu's got a shot on us over the island here. We're spotted by the Zeton, who's running the, not concealment mod, but the guaranteed acquisition mod, which means he can spot us from 3 kilometers. So we're going to go ahead and use our sonar to spot him, just in case our guys have a chance to shoot him. You'll notice there's a battleship way back in the distance that might actually have a chance to shoot at this Zeton. And here we're going to actually try to bait the Zeton into doing what I want him to do. If I were to take on this Zeton by going around this island, I'm going to get torped into oblivion. This is a no bueno situation, all right? This is a lose-lose situation. However, if I can get him to come around to me, that opens him up for a gigantic hit, so I can potentially remove him. If we get a Citadel, it's a GG. But if we don't, we can still chunk him really, really hard. I have 2 battleships right behind me. One of them is right next to me. So I'm like, letting everybody know what the plan is here. Zeton clearly committing to the charge here, right? Like, this man is full throttle committed to this charge. So I'm like, okay, here we go. This is the target, everybody. Prepare yourselves. Get ready to blast this guy. He should get blasted the moment he comes around the corner, right? We're going to have the beautiful angle. He can't over-angle too much coming around this corner, so we're going to have a good shot. And sure enough, he comes around the corner. We get a shot straight through the cheek. We get a Citadel, but it's not enough. Unfortunate. I know how to access the Citadel on that thing, and I just didn't quite pull it off with enough. We got one, didn't get multiples. You hate to see it. But either way, we absolutely kerblastered him. We flip around to get the torpedoes. We know he's got torpedoes, so we're trying to dodge them, and there they go. You love to see it. Now, I actually mistook the fact that the Zeton had 2 sets of 4 torps, but he actually doesn't, I don't think. But either way, I was anticipating a second set of torpedoes. And then as I'm turning in, this guy gets the best freaking salvo you could ever ask for. He gets a Citadel in there because I'm turning towards him and everything. Like, this was the moment I decided he needs to die. And I figure, we got a secondary mod. We're going to make sure that he dies. Alright? Now, our team is going to throw hard on the other side of the map. And when I say throw hard, I mean they don't do crap. Somehow they managed to pretty much die without doing anything over there. I say that. They had apparently killed a Kansas, so there's that. But they're not long for this world on that side of the map. For whatever reason. And that's going to turn into a mess for us. But I want to get this cap. I want my teammates to get up here as well. We're being radared by the Chapayev sitting behind the island, which is not ideal because that allows the freaking Rishi to actually spot us and take shots at us. And he just now creeped forward into his spotting range. So it's unfortunate. We couldn't get the base cap, but hopefully we'll get it capped here shortly. Chapayev, I had a feeling he was backing out to try to get into a position to shoot us here, and I should have just waited. The guy clearly wanted to back out, and as soon as I shoot, he goes full ham and starts backing out. Now, I have no idea why it takes. Look how long it takes these secondaries to start targeting this man. Why? I've got him targeted. I've got the secondary booster running, and it takes a full 10 seconds for the secondaries to fire their first shot. Why does it take 10 seconds to fire the very first shot from the secondary? Please explain that to me, Wargaming. Why is that? Why does it take 10 seconds for the turrets of the secondaries to find something when I've been staring at them the whole time? Why don't the secondaries point in the direction of that you're looking with the primaries? Obviously, if they're on the opposite side of the boat, that's whatever. But on the side of the boat that you're actually looking over, I feel that the secondaries should look where your primaries are looking. Because that's how it would be in real life, right? Most likely. Like, your secondaries are going to engage the target at the same time that you're engaging them. Usually that's how that works. But here you can see I'm trying to stay in the cap. I'm trying to get this stuff capped. We do manage to juke this man out. He overshoots. We turned in and slowed down just enough. He manages to completely miss. And that's going to allow us to get this cap finally. Now, what I do next is I'm going to switch to HE here, and I'm going to start to try to burn this guy down. It's a French battleship. He's bow in. He's reversing to the back of the map. You guys know in this situation, what I always say is we don't chase kites, right? We've said this a gajillion times. We don't chase kites. This is the one exception where I'm going to chase a kite. Why am I chasing the kite? Well, this guy has shown that he has he has a brain cell because he's switching between reversing and coming forward as needed, and he's constantly in a position where he can continue to attack us. So if we turn broadside to this guy to go after the Bravo cap and leave him to go on his own, he is going to take shots at our broadside. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to get my 2 teammates behind us. By the way, our team's completely dead on the other side of the map. Go figure. But anyway, because they're all dead on the other side, I'm going to tell my teammates to go for the Bravo cap. Meanwhile, I'm going to get this freaking Richelieu's attention. I'm going to make sure that we get rid of him. It's going to take a little while because we're going to be doing it with fires. We're going to be doing it with HE. We're going to be doing it with secondaries. It's not ideal. This is not an ideal situation. We're not the most accurate in the world because we're building basically solely for secondaries. We do have a little bit of accuracy, but it's not crazy. We're running Porcupine. We're running all the secondary perks, so you're not the most accurate ship in the world, especially in a German battleship to begin with. But we're actually going to get some decent accuracy out of this salvo. It's going to be a solid hit, and I believe we don't get a fire, actually. I thought we got a fire there. Maybe it's a secondary that's going to set a fire here in a second. But, I mean, so far we've done okay. We're at 63,000 damage. There's the fire from the secondaries, and we're going to continue to try to burn this man down. Now, notice that I'm not going full force into trying to go after him. I don't want to go all the way out to the border. I want to keep myself as angled as I can to him without giving him too much, and then also keeping my secondaries firing, but also not running too far away from the fight, because I need to be in position to help my team as soon as I get this guy gone. Now, there's only so much this guy can do. It's difficult for one guy to burn down another guy in a battleship. However, with the secondary mod in this, you can see we've already activated it twice, so we get a nice little boost. So we're halfway, well, almost halfway there. And by the time we get done with this, we've got another hit here, we've got another fire. You can see every time that we stack this stuff up, we're getting more and more secondary hits. There's our third stack. So now we're up to over halfway. We're getting those secondaries firing even faster. And I mean, it's just it's a done deal at this point. This guy's toast. We shoot a little bit high, go for that deck, go for the superstructure a little bit of the bow, get some of that HE damage on him, as well as more fires burning on him. We're staying angled. He's not shooting our superstructure. This guy's clearly not used to a person who knows how to angle. And unfortunately for him, if you don't know how to shoot people that you don't overmatch and know how to angle, then you're not going to have a good time. And the fires will eventually get this guy. Like, it's just a matter of time. You can only damage Khan for so long. We're getting multiple fires every, couple of seconds, it seems like, with the secondaries and then our primaries. But he gets one good shot into us there at the end, but it's too little too late. Our secondaries finish him off. Now, we're going to turn back in. Look at my teammates. My teammates have split up. Now, I understand wanting to get into the cap, and that's what the whole point was, but you gotta stick with your teammate, man. In this situation, you guys, this was a winnable game. This was 100% a winnable game, all the way down to the very end. But because these guys split up, because these guys get torped, these guys are actually gonna end up losing this match. If they stick together and they use will to rebuild, then they can easily win this match, okay? The torpedo boat is the one outlier here. That torpedo boat, all he has to do is run away and he wins the match. But unfortunately, or fortunately for their team, he actually lands torpedoes as well, and that is going to absolutely annihilate these guys. Both of them end up taking torpedoes from this guy like they didn't know that they were there, which is baffling to me. Now here, I don't know what the reload is on the Massachusetts. All I know is as soon as I get in range, I'm going to try to take a shot at him. Notice that the Iowa is spotted in front of me, and as soon as I take the shot, the Massachusetts manages to finish him off. Now watch the health of the Massachusetts. Here come the torpedoes, and bonk bonk. All of his health now gone. Now Iowa is basically broadside to us, and this is where I wish I had a full accuracy build on this thing. Because if I did, I'm fairly confident I win this match. Because this Iowa would not have survived 2 shots like this. But unfortunately, because of it, because we're not running any real accuracy other than like a couple of perks. Like we actually struggled to pin him. We only get 1 or 2 shells to hit him. One of them was a Citadel. But now he's going to try to bow tank us. Now, we still have our sonar left, so we do have some way of combating the fact that there is a destroyer. We can protect ourselves from the torpedoes. And again, if I had stayed with those guys, we probably win this too. But I was worried that the freaking Richelieu was going to be a problem for us. I thought he would just shoot us in the side as soon as we turned away, because we would be spotted by the rest of their team, and he would be sitting out here with a perfect crossfire. So that's why I chased him down this time. Did it work out for us? Unfortunately not. It gave us a better chance of winning, in my opinion, in this particular match, but I don't normally advocate chasing a kite. That guy would have been in position to get a crossfire. That's the difference between chasing somebody to the corner of a map and trying to maintain a position where you can actually do damage and catch the enemy team, give your team a chance. And here you can see we've flapped this freaking Iowa a couple of times. He's shown that he's willing to give up the broadside a little bit too much. Here he angles relatively well, so we're going to aim high. I do fire the front guns, and I end up firing them, turning in. You can see I've got the sonar running. I anticipated the torpedoes coming. It's one of those things you just get a feel for. Now, unfortunately, he does break one of our guns, and that's going to bite us right in the backside here. We're getting ready to do a drive-by on this man. And I completely underestimated just how long the time had been from the last time he fired. Look at the timing in the game. Like, we cannot win this game at this point unless the destroyer gets himself close-quartered while I go in for the drive-by on this island. It's not likely to happen. But here, I wait just a little too long, trying to get the perfect angle, and unfortunately, he gets his guns off right as I get a decent angle on him, and that's the end of the game. But, of course, it would be an Iowa that takes me down, but we did everything we could, and that's one of my better games that I've ever had in a Bismarck. 173,000 damage, top of the leaderboard, 1,600 base XP, and a loss. GG's to the Kagero and the enemy team, showing once again that a good destroyer player just carries a team to victory more often than not. But let me know what you guys think. Do I personally think that you should run the Epic mod on your Bismarck? If it's the only German battleship you have at higher tiers, then absolutely. Do I think it hurts? Absolutely not. Like, you're always going to have a better time if you've got secondaries going on your German battleships. But I still stand by the fact that I think that it is best on the German battle cruisers because they have the more accurate secondaries. Let me know what you guys think, and if you like what I'm doing. Don't forget, we are on the path to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you like what we're doing and you want to be part of something great and you want to make sure that we hit that goal by the end of the year, punch that subscribe button, leave a comment below, and so, yeah, I just screwed up my own outro. So thank you guys again. Have a great night.